You told yourself you were going to volunteer, but you just keep putting it off. You don't know where to start. You tell yourself you're too busy or you're too old. But actually, you're never too old to make a difference when it comes to stepping up. Joy Banished, Executive Director of the Greater Cleveland Volunteers, is here to help us get started on our volunteer path. So welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Now, I hear that we've been in the month of May, which is Older Americans Month, and the theme is Engage at Every Age, right?
Correct. And this theme was selected this year to highlight two things about older adults. One being that adults of any age, and especially older adults, have so much to give to our community and can stay engaged and active. It also highlights that you're never too old to take part in volunteering or giving back in your community.
And it helps you. I mean, and you're here to say, too, that volunteering actually enriches the volunteer, right? If I go do something, it's going to help my health and my physical and mental health and my being.
Correct. So there's been a lot of research done, especially about older adults that volunteer, and one of the studies showed that people who volunteer regularly, and that means at least 100 or more hours each year, have improved health, both physical health, mental health, and increased social circles and network and connections with people in the community. Another study showed that people who volunteer at least 2 different organizations have a 44% less mortality rate than people who don't volunteer. So it really does help you both physically and mentally.
Yeah, if you're never too old. You can be older even yet if you volunteer.
That's true.
How can volunteering help someone who's been maybe unemployed for a period of time?
Well, there's also been research on that, and the studies are showing that people who volunteer and included on their resume, which is a key component of that, have a more likely opportunity to get a job. And one of the studies showed that people who volunteer and include what they did on their resume have a 27% higher chance of getting hired than those who do not volunteer or do not write it on the resume. Many people forget to include that on their resume.
It's important, right?
It is, because it shows that you're dedicated to helping the community, shows you have connections, and shows that if you were unemployed for a period of time that you did keep active in the community and doing things.
And plus you're meeting people who might just have a job for you.
That's very true.
Can you give us some kind of an example of what kind of assignments are available through your organization?
Oh, sure. We work with more than 100 different nonprofits throughout Cuyahoga County. So there's a wide range of opportunities, regular ongoing assignments or short-term projects or one-time only events. And they're available weekdays, evenings, weekends.
Whenever you are, right?
Right. And some examples of things we're recruiting volunteers for right now. We're looking for volunteers who are willing to tutor or mentor children through a variety of programs. Also looking for volunteers who are willing to help adults. For example, study for their GED exam or to mentor people that are coming out of prison to help them find a place to live, get back into the community. We have volunteers that work with the homeless population doing mentoring type work. Of course, many of our volunteers are involved in helping with food distribution through a wide variety of like hunger centers and meal programs, Meals on Wheels, food banks. There's just endless opportunities. If you enjoy arts and culture, there's lots of opportunities there too.
Wow, it sounds like a great program. As we start winding down Older Americans Month, make sure to engage at every age. Stay physically and mentally healthy by signing up with the Greater Cleveland Volunteers. Our thanks to Joy for joining us today, and her information is next.
Find out more by calling the Greater Cleveland Volunteers at 216-391-9500 or visit www.greaterclevelandvolunteers.org.